Okay, one of my favorite ways to practice how to ask the universe for a sign is by doing it, obviously, going through the steps and asking for a sign. But I would suggest starting with something small. I wouldn't dive right in for my first sign activity with, like, should I be moving to San Francisco or should I move to Tokyo? Like, let's not do these big life things all at once for our first go at this. Because what happens when you do something that's like highly big and important and emotional, we get all keyed up and we're freaking out and we put too much pressure on the answer. And then when you put pressure on the answer and like demanding that you get this answer because you're freaking out because you need the answer, that is not the recipe for success, right? Because you have to release it and trust. Like, that's part of this whole thing, is the releasing and trusting and knowing that the universe is going to give you your sign. So when we do things that are super charged and emotional and big, it's harder for us to release it, right? So what I mean is, let's start practicing this and looking for signs and asking questions on things that are perhaps less of a big deal. So what do I mean by that? Like, okay, so, but you still want it to be significant. Like, don't ask, like, should I buy the blue shirt or the red shirt? Like, that's stupid. But like, do something that has significance, but not like emotional severity, right? So I would start with something like your weekend plans. Let's say you have the opportunity to travel to, I don't know, a city that's like a couple hours away for the weekend, or you have the opportunity, maybe you want to go hiking and go camping for the weekend. I don't know. I'm just making this up. So both would be fun. Both would be great. It's not emotionally charged. Like, it's not like life or death, or if you get one or the other, like your life is going to dramatically change, right? Like, it's not that serious. So start with something like that and see what you get, right? Like, okay, universe, show me a yellow taxi if I am meant to go to the city this weekend. Show me, I don't know, purple tulips if I'm meant to go into nature, right? And just see what you get, right? So that is a great way to practice the muscle of asking for signs. We're releasing it. We're trusting. We know that the universe will give us a sign because it always does. And yet the answer that we get is going to be fun because it's not so emotionally charged. So this is a great way to practice how to ask the universe for a sign. I want you to try this today, and I want you to comment and tell me how it worked, okay? Tell me what you asked and then what answer you got. And I really am excited to see this because I know this is a great way for us to start practicing this, to get it underway, so that once we are ready to ask the big questions, we know we'll get an accurate answer because we trust the process. Okay, let me know how this works out. I can't wait to hear.